Anyways, as a thinking marketer and one who wants to encourage a community of people that can think creatively, think critically, and think cognitively when it comes to marketing, this is one book I would also recommend by Adam Grant. It's called The Originals. It helps us to think, come up with original ideas, generate more ideas. It helps us to challenge the status quo. I think as marketers, there are so many, I would say, traditional beliefs. Like example, personally for me, I've read a lot of blogs and seen in so many softwares where the user intent is reduced to informational, navigational, commercial, and also transactional. And to me, it's make it so simplistic. It tends to almost downplay how people behave, downplay and underestimate the user behavior. So I'm from my own side, I'm trying to challenge that user intention to say intention is beyond just or simplified categories. And this book by Adam Grant is an amazing book. I recommend this to you if you're looking into you want to be a marketer that thinks deeply, a deep thinking marketer. And I think towards the end of the book, he talked about some individual actions that can help us to be original thinkers, original idea generators. So one of the things he said was he said we should question the default. So like in whatever field you are in marketing, you could be a content creator, you could be a search marketer, you could be a designer, you could be into analytics, web analytics, and all of those bits. You need to try and or question the default. Like, why do we always accept that this is the best way of doing this? Why do we always accept that contents that rank better, example, have internal links? Can we challenge the defaults? Can we question that? You also talked about we need to generate more ideas. We need to triple the number of ideas we generate. If you're trying to come up with a new campaign, you need to generate more ideas about the campaigns and not just chat GPT, or Claude or any of Perplexity or any of the LLMs. Try to just write down ideas about contents, ideas about branding. Just write more ideas, generate more ideas is key. He talked about we need to immerse ourselves in a new domain, which is cool. You might be a marketer, but do not just read books in marketing, or you might be an SEO, PPC, content person. Do not just read blogs. Go get books in psychology, books in statistics, books in music, books in English language, books in history, books about the medieval age history, or theater arts, or just something that will break the mold of your domain, something that is outside the marketing jurisdiction. Try and read books like that, articles like that. That will really help you. That's helped me a lot in terms of reading beyond just the scope of marketing. Books, articles. I like to read things outside the domain of and traditional marketing, things in philosophy, in psychology, things in statistics, things in law, in history. It really helps my mind. It does enrich the way I think when it comes to the market as a marketer. He also talked about procrastinate. We should procrastinate strategically. That's a good one. So if you're someone that want to think deeply as a marketer, you need to procrastinate but strategically. Sometimes you can defer an action for a couple of weeks, couple of days, just to allow your ideas to marinate better, for your ideas to just kind of evolve to a more mature state. I also talked about seek more feedback from peers. So share your ideas with other marketers, share your ideas with people. This is why I think about content. This is why I think about intent. Personally, I've shared how I think about intent at places like Brighton SEO with my peers. And by sharing these ideas would also help us to almost like help us modify them and help us tweak these ideas better. And there are other ways that things like balance your risk. So I think just generally these sort of key aspects or key actions will help us be more originals. Like I said, just trying to focus on these things. Going back to the start, question the default. Triple the number of ideas, generate more ideas, immerse yourself in a new domain. That is so critical. Expand your domain, expand the books you read, expand the discussions you have, not just SEO, PPC. Talk about other things, about movies, about music, about just different things, talk shows. Just enrich your discussions and your ideas, and procrastinate both strategically and just seek more feedback from peers. So this is a very good book, Adam Grant. So we're building a community. As a thinking marketer, this book has helped me think critically, to challenge the status quo, and to build a community to help you think strategically as a marketer. This book is also going to help you. So I recommend this by Adam Grant. Think is called Originals. And previously I talked about Think Again, and this is Originals, an amazing book by him. Until next time, keep thinking deeply as a marketer. See you. Take care.